Hi everyone, my name is Bree Grip and I am going to be talking about the research I have done for ED 333. My research topic for this presentation is the uses of technology in ESL assessments. I chose to research this topic because there is an increased use of technology in the world today as a whole, and that goes into the classrooms as well. There's also an increased number of students that are needing English as a second language support, so why not look into both of those things and how they work together. The key words I used in this research was technology, as that is the main component. I'm looking into how technology is benefiting students as well as what kind of technology is benefiting students. ESL and ELL, which go into what kind of population I am talking about, as well as assessment, as that is the part of the learning process that I am focusing on. For my research, I have looked into 4 different sources, articles and papers that people have written about the advantages and the different uses, and research studies that have been completed that tie into how technology is used. The first article I looked into was titled New Technologies to Assess English Learners. This article was written and focused on language acquisition and development in regards to ESL students and how technology and assessment play a part in it. Research was done around many aspects of language development, including authentic uses of language, integrated skills, and progress monitoring to help Pearson develop TEL, which stands for the Test of English Language Learning, which is a formative assessment tool for K-12 ELL students on a tablet. There are many different purposes of TEL, but the main one is to get data on students' learning in different points of their development, such as the screening process, diagnosing process, and progress monitoring. There were 2 studies done in 2012 to look at the effectiveness of TEL. There was a test given to 784 children in California schools, ages ranging from 4 to 11 years old. Assessments were given to students on iPads, prompting them to respond in areas of speech, typing, drawing, or dragging items. This gives students the opportunity to use their strengths and use different ways to share what they have learned. The results of the pilot studies of TEL supported the importance of tasks that are contextualized and meaningful, as well as the presentation of language assessment used with technology. The activities elicited useful responses from more than 85% of students ages 8 to 11 and 75% of students that are younger. The study also showed that using technology can help in differentiating assessments and activities for students with different needs. The second article I used was titled The Use of Technology to Enhance the Learning Experience of ESL Students. The author identified a problem of being the increased number of ELL students and the lack of efficient technology strategies to meet the needs of all those students. He also looked at how younger students are familiar with technology and they're still really excited about using it and are engaged, as well as when they are taking assessments or learning something new, they probably are not even realizing they are being assessed. They're just having fun on the iPad or other technology. And the research shows that the value in using technology with ESL students really is effective in increasing motivation and overall success. The objective of this study was to discover how technology can be used to help students become more fluent in English. And there was multiple different studies done and collected by the author to support the claim being made that technology does enhance and increase student learning in ESL classrooms. The study found that there are many different ways to incorporate technology into the classroom, and not only academically, but socially and culturally help their understandings. One big thing I pulled out of this article was that it's very beneficial in assessments, especially when using technology, to have a tracking time system or varied checkpoints throughout assessments to keep students on track. The next article I looked at was titled Role of Assessment Conversations in a Technology-Aided Classroom with English Language Learners, an Exploratory Study. In this study, The author looks at the increased number of ELL students in the United States. State laws require schools to administer an English proficiency test, and based on the test, students are either designated ELL or non-ELL, which will make a difference in what education students will be receiving. Because of this, educators are looking into assessment conversations and analyzing how technology can be utilized in assessments to expand on language skills. There was a study done in a science classroom, and students used an interactive whiteboard, such things as a smartboard, for example, to learn the scientific process. The students' understanding and processing of the information were increased because of the use of the interactive whiteboard. No matter the level of language development a student was at, each student could use the interactive whiteboards at their level, and assessments and learning were differentiated based on the level that they were at. Assessment conversations were also helpful in this study, so they also will play a part in using technology in the classroom. The final article I used was titled "Using Technology with English Language Learners in the Classroom." This study looked at teacher professional development, as well as making sure teachers are prepared and trained to work with ELL students in a number of different ways. She also makes a case for implementing technology into the classroom to increase learning as well as motivation in students. The author looked into how iTouch devices such as iPods or iPads are a useful tool in instruction and assessment, as they have been proven to work in helping students. Students love using these kinds of technologies as they are fun, but they also have academic benefits. Regardless of the language one student may speak, they are able to get instruction on technology in their first language to assist them in learning material as well as learning a new language, in most cases English. Technology can be used in a variety of different ways to present information that has been learned by students. For example, a student being read out loud the spelling test that they need to spell, or students can present information in multimedia projects using technology, digital books such as, or uploading what they have learned into a video on YouTube, or Skyping another class. These are all some examples of different ways that students can learn and show what they have learned. The study looked into 3 different students and how technology was differentiated based on the needs that they had. The findings of this article have supported the rest of the findings in the other articles, such as that differentiation is easier when using technology, as well as it increases students' motivation and success in the classroom. I plan to continue research on this topic and present at Rice Day in 2021. I am hoping to find more research and information on the topic, as well as conduct my own research study and find my own results that support the claims that were made in this research project. This topic is very important to me, as I think there are so many advantages to using technology in the classroom, and I plan to keep this in mind when I have students of my own and will be giving assessments to differentiate to different students. Here are the sources I used in APA format. Thank you for listening.